Tsai Ru elected to TPP Central Committee, vows to uphold Wen-je's vision. TSMC confident in U.S. funding amid Trump's criticism of chip industry. Scammers target online sellers, exploit verification codes for fraud. TikTok restores service for U.S. users. South Korea's impeached president arrested over martial law. Thai Prime Minister targeted by AI scam call. China's population falls for third straight year. India is world's fourth nation to successfully space dock.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Monday, January 20th, and here are your top stories. In local news, on January 19th,蔡壁如, a former legislator and candidate in the TPP chairperson by-election, secured the fifth highest votes in the Central Committee election, marking her return to the party's leadership. Tsai expressed confidence in continuing Wen-je's political vision, promising to lead the Taiwan People's Party with humility, determination, and courage towards significant progress. TSMC CFO Wen-je revealed receiving $1.5 billion in U.S. subsidies last quarter, with $6.6 billion pledged under the CHIPS Act to support building 3 advanced Arizona plants, despite Trump's remarks on Taiwan's chip dominance. A viral video exposed scammers preying on online sellers through platforms like Shopee and logistics services. Using deceptive tactics to obtain SMS verification codes, they quickly bind accounts and make unauthorized transactions within minutes, causing severe financial losses. And in global news, TikTok restored service to users in the United States on Sunday, just hours after the popular video sharing platform went dark in response to a federal ban, which President-elect Donald Trump said he would try to pause by executive order on his first day in office. Trump said he planned to issue the order to give the company more time to find an approved buyer before the ban takes full effect. He announced the move on his Truth Social account as millions of U.S. TikTok users awoke to discover they could no longer access the TikTok app or platform.
But by Sunday afternoon, a message greeted those who signed on, thanking them, and the president-elect, for their support. The message read, as a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. TikTok said it shut down the platform late Saturday because of a federal law that required parent company ByteDance to sell its U.S. operation by Sunday. Google and Apple also removed TikTok from their digital stores. The law, which passed with wide bipartisan support in April, allows for steep fines. While the company that runs TikTok in the U.S. said on X that the steps Trump outlined Sunday provided the necessary clarity and assurance to our service providers that they will face no penalties, the TikTok app remained unavailable for download in Apple and Google's app stores.
South Korea's impeached President Yoon Suk-yeol was formally arrested early on Sunday, days after being apprehended at his presidential compound in Seoul. Yoon's arrest could mark the beginning of an extended period in custody, lasting months or longer. He faced possible imprisonment over his ill-fated declaration of martial law last month. The decision to arrest Yoon triggered unrest at the Seoul Western District Court, where dozens of the supporters broke in and rioted, destroying the main door and windows.
They used plastic chairs, metal beams, and police shields that they wrested away from officers. Some were seen throwing objects and using fire extinguishers, destroying furniture and glass doors. They shouted demands to see the judge who had issued the warrant, but she had already left. Hundreds of police officers were deployed, and nearly 90 protesters were arrested. Some injured police officers were seen being treated at ambulance vans. The court said it was trying to confirm whether any staff members were injured and assess the damage to its facilities. After 8 hours of deliberation, the court granted law enforcement's request for an arrest warrant for Yoon, stating he was a threat to destroy evidence. Yoon and his lawyers appeared before the court on Saturday and argued for his release.
Scam calls can target anyone, even the Prime Minister of Thailand. The Prime Minister said that she had received a scam call from someone impersonating another world leader, whom she did not identify. She said, "I could hear clearly from the voice that it was the voice of the country's leader," adding that the caller may have used AI to fake the other leader's voice. It began with a voice message from the person asking how she was doing and saying they were looking forward to working together. She texted back that she was okay, and the other person said they would get in touch.
The Prime Minister said the person later tried to call, but fortunately, it was 11 p.m., and I fell asleep and did not pick up the call. She saw the missed call in the morning and texted back to arrange a call. Then, she received another voice message asking for a donation, claiming Thailand was the only member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, ASEAN, that had not donated. When she received another text instructing her to transfer money to a foreign bank account, she knew it was not real. She did not specify when she received the messages. Southeast Asia has become a hub for telecom and other online fraud, especially in the border towns connecting Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar, the latter of which is mired in a civil war.
China's government said its population fell last year for the third straight year, pointing further demographic challenges for the nation, which is now grappling with both an aging population and an emerging shortage of working-age people. China's population stood at 1.408 billion at the end of 2024, a decline of 1.39 million from the previous year. The figures announced by the government in Beijing reflect trends seen worldwide, particularly in East Asia, where Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, and other nations and territories have experienced significant declines in birth rates.
China joined Japan and most of Eastern Europe 3 years ago in the group of nations experiencing population decline. The reasons are, in many cases, similar. Rising costs of living are causing young people to delay or forego marriage and childbirth while prioritizing higher education and careers. Although people are living longer, it is not enough to offset the declining birth rate. Countries like China that allow very little immigration are particularly at risk. Currently, more than 1/5 of the population is 60 or older. By 2035, this number is projected to exceed 30%, prompting discussions about changes to the official retirement age, which is among the lowest in the world. With fewer students, some vacant schools and kindergartens are being repurposed as care facilities for the elderly.
India became the fourth nation in the world to achieve space docking, a technological milestone that underscores its ambitions to expand its share of the rapidly growing $400 billion global space market. At around 9 a.m. IST, the Indian Space Research Organization carried out the highly anticipated space docking experiment. 2 ISRO satellites, Target and Chaser, each roughly the size of a larger refrigerator, successfully latched onto each other and unlatched after a series of complex orbital maneuvers.
The indigenous technology, crucial for satellite servicing, space station operations, and interplanetary missions, positions India to play a significant role in the commercial and exploratory frontiers of space. The mission was postponed twice earlier, first because the docking process needed further validation through ground simulations, and later because of an issue arising from excess drift between the satellites. SPA-DA-X, launched on December 30 from India's main spaceport, used an Indian-made rocket to deploy the satellites into orbit. Among various payloads and experiments were 8 cowpea seeds ISRO had sent to space on board the rocket to study plant growth in microgravity conditions, which germinated within 4 days of the launch of the mission.
The answer for last Friday was A, mitigate. She apologized sincerely to mitigate the impact of her earlier mistake. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. TikTok restores service for US users. Number 1, outline. 概述简要描述. The report outlined the main points of the new policy. Number 2, bipartisan. 两党合作的，跨党派的。The new bill received bipartisan support from both political parties. Number 3, clarity, 清晰明确. The speaker's clarity made the complex topic easy to understand. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host. I'll see you next time.